Hello, I'm Shruti and welcome to my channel, Your Friendly Counselor. Do you have a child who is in the age group of 5 to 10 years? Do you feel that your child is stubborn? He doesn't listen to you? Then this video is for you. So let's get started. To tell you the basic growth pattern, the changes that happen during this age group as they come from the infants, then the toddlers, and now the elementary school age group. So in this age group, the children, they have a better understanding of verbal language. With verbal language, I mean that they are able to understand what we convey to them through our language. Like I said in my previous video, that with toddlers, their verbal language was not developed. Hence, they use their facial expressions and gestures. But with this age group, communicating with them is not a problem. Second thing, that in this age group, their cognitive pattern is developing. With cognitive pattern, I mean their thinking pattern, it is developing. So they start thinking about things around them. They start thinking that why they should do this and why they shouldn't. They start asking you questions. And this is all because they are developing their thinking pattern. Another thing is that, which is one of the most important aspect of today's video that I wanted to share with all of you, that there is something that you should make sure that you do during this age group, that will help you once your child reaches adolescence, that is he or she becomes a teenager. Now what is that important thing? It is that you should have a very strong relationship with your child. Building a strong relationship will ensure that once your child reaches their adolescence, the teenage years, they will have a friendly bond with you. And in nowadays scenario, it is very important that we have a friendly relationship with our kids, with our teenagers, rather than being a parent and child relationship. And to ensure that we have that friendly relationship with our teenager child, it is very important to set the right foundation during this time, that is a 5 to 10 years of age. Now I will give you some very quick pointers which will help you in developing a good, strong bond with them. So what are the things? First of all, stay connected with them. Spend time with them. This will help you in making a bond with them, which will last for a lifetime. Many a times, at times we think of going and playing with them or reading with them. All these are very good things. One of the thing that I will always recommend a parent to do is that read along with your child. That is one of the best way that you can connect with your child. When you read with them, they would be able to comprehend. And when you ask them to read, that will help them in building their vocab, that you will see their reading skills, and you would come to know the areas that you need to work upon. And at the end, once the story reading is done, both of you should talk to each other about the takeaways from that story. And then try to, bring a life scenario in that story and connect it with the story. That will help the child. Many a times, You can stay connected by just doing nothing. Just be with the child. And when I say be with the child, just keep away all your laptops and mobile phones. Many a times, we think that we are with our children, but we are on our mobile phones doing some things, maybe responding to our emails or checking our social media, but we are not. So make sure that you spend some time with them, just doing nothing. Be with them. You should be present at that very moment with them. Second thing, to have a good, to make a good bond with your child is develop some family rituals. It is very important. Like you can have a family dinner or a lunch or a breakfast, a family meal, I mean to say that, where all of you, you, your spouse, your kids, all of you sit together and interact and have a meal together. I'm sure you all must have heard this. It's a very famous saying, a family that eats together stays together. If you are not able to spend time along with each other during these meal times because of your, professional obligations, nowadays we understand most of the time both the parents are working, or one of the parent is doing a night shift, so it becomes difficult for them as a family to come together in a meal time. It's okay. You can always look out for some options. You can bond together during weekends. You can go on a picnic. You can go on for a long drive, and exchange your thoughts, exchange your views about what all happened during the entire week. You do it. Let your spouse do it. Let your child do it. It is a very good way of getting connected with each other. Another thing, the third point that I would like to point out is help your child in becoming a problem solver. It would help them. At times I come across parents who say that my child, they don't obey me. They don't listen to me. So tell me one thing, why do you think that your child should listen to you? Why? Just tell them the pros and the cons of every situation. You tell them if you do A, B, C, X, Y, Z will be the outcome. And let them go ahead and choose for themselves. We should not always play the parent card that we are the experience holders. I can tell you this is right, this is wrong. Stop doing that. It is a basic human nature that a human learns faster than his or her own personal experiences rather than someone else telling them. So let them make their own experiences about lives. I'm not saying that don't tell them that you have to do this. I understand in some scenarios when it is very crucial, you have to tell them that you need to listen to me. But not every time. Don't make your child someone who is always, bound to obey orders. Today he would be listening to you. He would be attending to your orders. Once he grows up or she grows up, she will be attending to someone else's orders. Don't make them your blind followers. Don't make them. They are a different human being. Let them learn from their own experiences. You share your experiences with them that, see, if you would do this, it will have a negative impact on you. You might get hurt. For example, if your child is trying to jump from a height, tell him or her that this might hurt you. Another thing, the parents tell me that my child is very stubborn. They don't listen to me. He or she is is a problematic child. Why are you, blaming your child? Maybe you don't have good convincing skills. It can happen. Have you ever noticed that your child gets convinced by their teachers, by their friends? Why? Because they have a better convincing skills than you do. So don't give up so quickly. Learn new ways to convince your child. There are many ways that you can learn. You can read books, you can talk to your friends, ask for their advice. Nowadays there are so many options available online. There are so many tips that you can get. It's just one click away. Learn new ways. Educate yourself with new skills of convincing your child, but don't tag them that they are stubborn. Don't make them your blind followers. Another way, another good thing that you can do with them is, fourth thing that I would like to share is, teach them good eating habits. It's going to help them a lot in the long run. Them. And then too, just don't tell them that this is junk food, don't eat this. That you should eat only the veggies, vegetables and the pulses. Tell them the benefits of eating vegetables, of eating pulses, and tell them the disadvantages of eating the junk food. They will listen to you if you are good convincing enough. If whatever you say makes sense, they will listen to you. And at the end, I would just like to say one thing before I close today's video is, judge the action of your child. Don't judge your child. I hope you liked today's video. And I would also like to hear from you that how are you using these techniques and the tips that I have been giving to you. Is it helping you, or is there any other area where you need my advice? Please let me know. You can write in the comment section below. And thank you for tuning in today. I hope you liked this video. If you did, you can share my video, you can like, and please do subscribe to my channel if you haven't subscribed till now. And don't forget to hit the notification bell so that whenever my video comes, you will get notified. So, take care, be safe, and God bless you.